America's middle class is under attack. How did we get here? Billionaires and big corporations decided they wanted more of the pie, and they enlisted politicians to cut them a fatter slice. They crippled unions so no one could stop them.
We're going to turn the bull loose.
Dismantled the financial rules meant to keep us safe after the Great Depression, and cut their own taxes so they paid less than their secretaries and janitors. Our government's supposed to work for all of us, but instead it has become a tool for the wealthy and well-connected.
Senator Warren's biggest obstacle appears to be her own words, and this time it's in writing. Her claims of Native American ancestry prompting yet another apology.
When we have true unity, no one will be subjugated for others. It's about fighting for a country with equal treatment, collective purpose, and freedom for all. I stand before you today, clear-eyed, about the fight ahead and what has to be done. With faith in God, with fidelity to country, and with the fighting spirit I got from my mother. I stand before you today to announce my candidacy for President of the United States.
What's up? Amen.
I believe that we can build a country where no one is forgotten, no one is left behind, where parents can put food on the table, where there are good-paying jobs with good benefits in every neighborhood. Together, we will channel our common pain back into our common purpose. Together, America, we will rise.
New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand has officially entered the presidential race.
Because as a young mom, I will fight for your children as hard as I would fight for my own. I believe that healthcare should be a right and not a privilege. I believe we should have better public schools because it shouldn't matter what block you grow up on. I believe we need to start rewarding work in this country again.
Today, we're falling backwards instead of moving forward. And the opportunities that made America the America that we love, those opportunities are reaching fewer and fewer people. So we're going to make sure that the promise of America is available to everyone in this 21st century. I am a candidate for President of the United States of America.
It is this principle of service above self that is at the heart of every soldier, at the heart of every service member. And it is in this spirit that today I announce my candidacy for President of the United States of America.
I have a real social justice orientation. It probably comes from my roots and my faith. My wife and I are active Catholics, even though I'm a capitalist. And I've spent most of my career in the private sector as an entrepreneur starting businesses. I believe strongly that there's a role for government to prepare our citizens for the world and to create a safety net for those that are inevitably left behind. I was ranked the third most bipartisan member of Congress, and because of my business background, they assume, I'm moderate and centrist. Well, I think I'm the right person for the job and have the right vision for the country, but not enough people know who I am.
He's barely old enough to run for president, but says that's exactly what this country needs right now. The 37-year-old mayor of South Bend, Indiana, Pete Buttigieg, announced today he's formed an exploratory committee to run for president as the youngest person to enter the race so far.
Today's fresh face is Pete Buttigieg, the 37-year-old Afghanistan veteran and mayor of South Bend, Indiana.
There is no going back, that there is no again in the real world, and that we can't rewind to 1950 or, for that matter, to 2010.
America is facing the greatest technological and economic shift in human history, and it's dealing with it very, very poorly. And Donald Trump is a manifestation of this. Trump diagnosed a lot of problems correctly, but his solutions are mainly nonsense, where he says we can freeze time, we can reverse time. We have to actually accelerate both American society and the government to help manage this transition. So seeing that the American political system was not responding to the challenges of this time, that's why I decided to run for president.
Marianne Williamson, a best-selling author and spiritual guru, announced that she intends to make her own bid potentially for the White House.
Hi, I'm Marianne Williamson. It's going to be a co-creative effort an effort of love and a gift of love to our country and hopefully to our world.
It has corrupted our democracy because it has placed our democracy at the service of that kind of corruption where market forces have become our false god. Love is our God.